it was the first one that I saw, and I just put it up on there. You know what I'm saying? First one I could just bookmark it. Period. But Demani Jackson at Alabama, I think his skill set fits at Alabama. I do. I honestly do. This is just my opinion. And I do think that the skill set fits more of the Alabama play style under Kellen DeBoer. I think Kellen DeBoer knows exactly what to do with a Demani Jackson. Um, that he'll figure it out, and that staff down there, they will figure that out. I thought he was a little bit more physical. Had some question marks with the passing game, a little bit of that. Even though he has the speed, but he's a little bit more physical type of guy to me. And I think that Demani, his Alabama, he will be doing way better in Alabama than what he did at USC. Okay, that's just my opinion. Okay, that's just me. That's just me. Don't mean I gotta be right. It's just my opinion. That's what I'm assuming you guys come here for, is to hear a different perspective and a different opinion than everybody else has out there, correct? All right. Instance. Let's go to Kermani McLean out Florida. Why is Kermani up here? Kermani coming being such a high name and them putting the pressure on him because Kermani is ranked high because his skill set coming out of high school and going into college, he wanted to play wide receiver. Um, I don't know if a lot of people heard that or not, but for me doing my research and watching other shows and hearing a lot of other sports guys talk about it, Kermani McLean wanted to play wide receiver in college. That's where he started at high school. They moved him over on defense because somebody got hurt, and he wound up shining on defense. That was at the high school level, so he was a two-way player nonetheless. But a lot of teams seen what he did at cornerback, and they thought he'd be a better cornerback than wide receiver. But Kamani said, "Look, my boss, I'm a receiver." Well, he's a cornerback now. He's a defensive back now. Wherever they're going to put him at Florida, I don't know what Kamani McLean's going to do at Florida. I think there's some development that was needed there that he didn't receive at Colorado. Um, And the thing with Colorado and developing players is Colorado is not in the business of developing players. So when players come out of Colorado and they're not developed, let's just call a spade a spade. It is what it is. Colorado, under the model that they're under, and we don't know if it's going to work. We're going to know if this model works this year, okay? Because Deion Sanders has created his own model in college football. Is why there's a lot of pushback on the model. Is it going to work? Because nobody has ever done it like this. It has never been available for anybody to do it like this. But he has built through the transfer portal. Now, the only thing that people worry about through the transfer portal is the camaraderie of the team, cohesiveness. Are they going to get along? You know what I mean? Or when ish hits the fan, shit hits the fan. Or are they going to come together, or are they going to fall apart? But that's sometimes what you get with guys when you just piece it together, a mercenary type. But they're not in the business of developing. They're just not. That's why he goes and grab guys out of the transfer portal. Come in, let's go. Now, will he show you a thing or two? They're definitely going to work you out. They're going to condition you. They're going to make sure that you're lifting, that you're strong. That is not developing. That's working out. You know what I mean? Developing is a little bit more, you would say, right? But he'll even tell you that. And it's just not Colorado, by the way. This is a lot of teams that's throughout college football. A lot of these teams and that's why these guys, and I know I'm going in, and I'm trying to make this quick as possible. A lot of colleges nowadays are not in the business of developing players. That's why it's very important for high school students and high school athletes going into the Power Five to pick the right school where you're going to receive development. Because no matter how many stars you have, development matters. So if you're a 4 and 5 star and you want to go to a school for flash, for social media, for because they have a winning record, because they won a bowl, the national title, you're going for all the wrong reasons. You want to go to a school where you're going to be developed. That if that means I'm a 5 star and I know I'm going to receive the best development at Marshall, I'm going to Marshall. It is what it is, and that's just the way these kids need to start looking at it in that way, because your NIL is your NIL, your name, image, and likeness is name, image, and likeness. Period. That's still going to be in effect, and you're going to be getting paid next year. So, look, Make your choice upon development. Don't make it on popularity and everything else, because believe it or not, every school has their positives and their negatives, and development is just something that they're not doing. And that's a couple of other schools too. That's a couple other schools. It is. It's just not Colorado. I would think a school like USC ain't got time to develop. Um, right now, I only can say that school because that's the school I've seen a lot of. But I know they're not the only school doing that. I do know that for a fact. Okay, I do know that they're not the only guy. Washington. Jabbar Muhammad coming from Washington going up to Oregon. I think that's a good pick. I think that's a good pick. He will probably have the biggest impact because there will be a lot of spotlights on him being in the Big Ten. I don't think that there's so much. I'm trying to think of receiver in the Big Ten that's going to give him the most problems. Um, he's going up against some great guys at practice. He definitely will be one of those guys, the top cornerback in the country, without a doubt. He definitely will be one of the transfer cornerbacks that will make a big impact at their school in Oregon. All right. AJ Harris at Penn State, most definitely. I've heard nothing but great things about AJ Harris. His name is ringing bells all everywhere right now, all through the college football spaces, social media channels, content channels. Listen, they talk so highly of him up at Penn State. Um, I'm excited to see what AJ Harris is going to do. So we're definitely going. He'll definitely have an impact on his new team. All right, most definitely. Daz Ricks from Texas A&M. Going to Texas A&M from Alabama. Uh, I don't know if maybe he will. I'm not sure what Texas A&M is going to do. They're one of those teams that's, to me, they're expected to do great, but I don't know what Texas A&M is going to do. I really don't know what they're going to do, or if he's going to make the biggest impact. But I would think that, no disrespect to Des Ricks, but I would honestly think that the picks, DJ McKinney coming from Oklahoma State University going up to Colorado will probably have a bigger impact than a Des Ricks. Kermani McLean, I don't think should have been on the list because we don't even know if he's going to start up there. To be honest, that's just the honest answer for Kermani. He just transferred. He has to develop. I wouldn't be rushing to put Kermani on the field. Um, but if he is on the field, we'll see what he does. We'll see what he does in Florida. You know what I mean? I hope that he has success because of the backlash that he got put through. To be honest, I really do. I really hope that Kermani goes up there and he shines like crazy. All right. So there's another one. College football alerts. Who is the best college football quarterback